Did you know that Barbie was modelled on a German doll that used to hang in men's cars?
Before he became the Saint and James Bond, Roger Moore was a cartoonist and an animator.
The artist Marcel Duchamp, famous for putting a urinal on a pedestal, which was called the Fountain, was also a chess master, and he retired from art to play chess for about 20 years.
Sculptor Barbara Hepworth went to the cinema one night and went into labour, and the next day she had triplets.
If you like your wine, you're in very good company, because it was first made, as far as we know as archaeologists, in Georgia, that's Georgia in the Caucasus, 5,800 BC. And we know that because we have the deposits in the pots itself.
Most people know Ivan Novello as somebody who wrote songs and musicals. Not so many people know that he wrote the dialogue for the very first Hollywood Tarzan sound film with Johnny Weissmuller.
Diamonds are not forever, but gold and platinum are. Diamonds can burn because they're pure carbon, whereas gold and platinum cannot. They were formed in the centers of exploding stars.
In Renaissance Italy, weasels were thought to give birth through their ear without any pain, and because of that, pregnant women used to carry weasel furs with them as a kind of talisman against their fear of childbirth.
In the 18th century, at Haymarket Theatre in London, a gentleman advertised he was going to squeeze himself into a wine bottle for that night's performance. So thousands of people turned up at the Haymarket Theatre to try and see the man in the wine bottle. Unfortunately, the person who didn't turn up was the man in the wine bottle, and a very disgruntled crowd gutted the Haymarket Theatre and destroyed it because they were so angry, which was not an unusual thing in the 18th and 19th century.
Pliny in the 1st century dedicated an entire chapter on women artists in his encyclopedia. Vasari in the 16th century, in his celebrated The Lives of the Artists, names 13 women. Gombrich, publishing his very popular The Story of Art, names none in 1950.
W.S. Gilbert of Gilbert and Sullivan fame was absolutely terrified of first nights, so he was never present at the first nights of any of the Gilbert and Sullivan operas. He sat in the pub next door and only came in at the end to take his curtain call.
Did you know that Michelangelo died in the same year that Shakespeare was born, 1564?
And Vincent van Gogh was so enamored of Japanese art that in addition to painting copies of Japanese woodblock prints, he actually included Japanese characters very badly painted in the frames of these paintings.
The very first Oscars ceremony. It's the only Oscars in which a silent movie wins the award for Best Picture.
Mick Jagger was talking about the 1960s, and he said, back then we were young, good-looking and stupid. Now we're just stupid.
When we think of the pre-Raphaelites, we think of jewel bright colour, but actually they painted many women in white.
There's a little pyramid, and it's a monument to a chap called Charles Piazzi Smith, who was astronomer royal for Scotland, but he was also fascinated by the Great Pyramid of Cheops in Egypt. He thought it held information about the whole of the world, and he was what was known locally and nationally as a pyramidiot.
The National Gallery painting by Bronzino, Allegory of Venus and Cupid, features the foot of Cupid, which was used by Terry Gilliam to squash down at the end of the intro to Monty Python's Flying Circus.
For several hundred years, the colour ultramarine blue was more valuable than gold.
Between 1920 and 1938, the Imperial, now the Commonwealth War Graves Commission, built over 2,000 cemeteries for the British and Empire war dead in France and Belgium alone.
Did you know that one of the few perks of going to prison was you might have time to do beautiful embroidery?
In the great James Bond movies of yesteryear, they used to do product placement even then. And in the famous scene in Dr. No with Sean Connery, when the spider is crawling across him, a gasp goes up from me because there's a shot of the curtains, and there is Mary Warren's Nautilus, a constructivist design from the early 50s.
A miniature painter in the 17th century whose name was Richard Gibson. He painted in miniatures, but he was also 3'10" or 46 inches in height. He came to work for the court of Charles I, and instead of what you might suppose, which is that he would have been baked into a pie or made to caper up and down the corridors, he was given a very responsible job looking after the art collection in the old Palace of Whitehall. He married a woman of exactly the same height as himself. They had 5 fully grown children, 2 of whom became miniature painters in their own right, and one of whom was probably the first British woman to have a career as a painter. Her name was Susanna Penelope Ross.
In Shakespeare's time, they didn't get a copy of the whole play. They only got what we call a cue script. They get a 3-word cue and their own lines. And if you're playing Mercutio in Romeo and Juliet, that is what you get of Romeo and Juliet. That's it. 8.5 pages. That's your lot.